Hi, brother. This is regarding the prayer of faith. Is it mandatory to confess to one another for those who have wronged against someone else to get healed?
What I know from even secular medical studies is that uh, unforgiveness as a way of eating us from within. Okay, and so if we are harboring a lot of unforgiveness, it will only grow into a bitter, poisonous tree within. And so, if we have wronged somebody, definitely I think we should try, if as much as is possible, if it is practical, to make peace with that person and reconcile. Because as Christians, I think it is important for us to make peace. But I do understand that this is a very generic statement that I'm saying, and it's easier said than done, and there can be many nuances, and the other party may not be willing, or even the way they wronged you could be so intense and so severe, like an abuse or whatever. Okay, uh, but again, what is important is that we seek the Lord's help. I think regarding this Corrie ten Boom's books, and her story of how she was in the concentration camp, Nazi concentration camp, and all kinds of atrocities that happened to her and her sister, and how, after having become a world evangelist, when she was preaching once, I think it was in Amsterdam, or I don't remember the details clearly, she could see, in the congregation, the guy that did all of these atrocities to her sister after her sermon walking down the aisle towards her. And she said at that point of after having been a Christian for so many years, I realized that I was incapable to meet him eye to eye and leave alone shake hands with him or hug him or smile at him and speak a kind word. But she says, miraculously, somehow God gave me the grace to even forgive and to let go of the bitterness. So letting go, I'm sure, has a lot of benefits, and many people are struggling with emotional health issues, perhaps because of some baggage that they continue to carry. My pastor in Bombay used to say bitterness is a sweet poison that you drink and you expect your neighbor to die. That's what bitterness does to you. It actually kills you. It's sweet for a time as we palate it and as we harbor it, but it's actually a poison tree that's growing within us. And so these emotional health issues can actually become somatic later on. And there are associations of severe health disorders, including cancer, that have been traced back to people, not releasing and forgiving. I don't want to be sounding very legalistic and harsh, but as Christians, yes, forgiveness is the way of a Messiah. It's not easy at all. I haven't had an opportunity or a chance or a need to practice all of the things that I am, preaching, and therefore I'm no expert in that. But I do know from people that are close to me how difficult it is to forgive. But are there two ways about it? And if genuinely for some reason we are not able to, I'm sure the Lord will understand our heart as well, and therefore we don't have to get too anxious about it. But it's an important a step and a maturity in our Christian discipleship that we need to seek help and empowerment from the Lord and do it if we can do it.